guys, what's up? It's Joe Rady from Rady's Rides. I'm back here at Elder Ford in Tampa, and guess what? We have a truck that I think is gonna make the Ram TRX get a little worried. We have this 2020 Hennessey Performance VelociRaptor 600. But before we dive into this little bit of a Jurassic Park kind of situation, let's talk about what's going on. So Ram has a new truck coming out, new 1500 called the TRX 702 supercharged V8 ponies underneath the hood. Well, guess what? Ford went a little bit different route with the current Raptor. They wanted to showcase the real use of the EcoBoost engine and went twin turbo V6, 450 horsepower. Now, Hennessey Performance, which works with a lot of different brands, decided to take the Raptor and transform it into a VelociRaptor 600. So what we have underneath the hood, same 3.5 V6 twin turbo, but now we're looking at 600 horsepower. One thing is for certain, no matter how you like your off-road truck, it's nice to have some competition because competition improves the breed. And I want to find out, is this the truck to buy over that new Ram TRX? Let's go ahead and find out. Right off the bat, even the stock body on the Raptor just has a certain look to it. It is wider than your standard F-150. That's going to actually classify it in a totally different segment of truck. You'll see the addition of the LED lighting that they dropped in nicely into the grille. That's required by the Department of Transportation because of that width. You'll clearly see the additional width, not only in the fenders, but also that fender flare that's coming off the side. I still think the current generation of the Raptor has such a great look. There is a redesign coming for 2022, but still looking really strong. Now let's see what Hennessey has done to upgrade this. First of all, you'll probably notice it's sitting up higher. This is 3-inch lift from your standard Raptor, if you could believe that. 3 inches increase. Now, starting up front, we took off the stock front bumper over at Hennessey and we added this new steel bumper. Look at the massive opening. We have these 2 quad rigid cube LED lights in there that's gonna illuminate any kind of desert off-roading you're doing at night. Plus, what I love is how everything is just carved right out. You could really see what's going on behind there. And I'm gonna have Victor kind of showcase that active valve technology in that Fox Racing suspension. So good, John Hennessey kept that system on the trunk. You can see the massive control arms that's gonna help take that beating as you're going off-roading. But boy, oh boy, going with a brand like Rigid, that is gonna illuminate the road or the off-road in front of you like none other. Now, as we come across the front grille, I wanna showcase something. You'll notice lurking behind there an increased intercooler. So remember, this is a twin turbocharged intercooled engine. So what they did over at Hennessey Performance in Texas, they added a larger intercooler and intercooler piping. That's gonna help us get to that 600 horsepower. Remember, we're going from 450 to 600 horsepower. Really, really love the nice brush guard that they put into the actual bumper itself. You can see the Veloster name carved out there, looking really clean. And then of course, we're gonna have that nice, massive, horizontal, rigid LED bar. And then you'll even see, like I was telling you, with the cubes, you got the 2 other cubes on the other side. Now, of course, from the factory, you have that metal skid plate protection to protect all the inner bits. And with this sitting up a little bit higher, you're probably not even gonna be touching a thing, but it is nice to have that reassurance that things are gonna be okay. You got your 2 tow hooks. You could pull some of those lesser off-road trucks, maybe a Tundra TRD Pro, or even a Silverado Trail Boss, maybe even a Sierra AT4. Pull those out of the mud, out of the dirt. Let's go around the bend and see what Hennessey Performance has brought to us on this VelociRaptor, because not just about what's underneath the hood, it's not just a big old bumper. We got some work going on here. So check out these custom multi-spoke aluminum wheels. Love the finish on them, that flat black. You got the Hennessey script, both top and bottom. Of course, no off-road truck is without its 35-inch off-road tires, looking really great. And I really even like the way that they have the bolt heads there in that nice silver. And if you're wondering, well, Joe, what's the size of this wheel? It's a 20-inch wheel. And then lurking behind there, Victor, because of that extra height, is going to be able to show all the great suspension work, that active valve technology. Remember, that's technology that Fox Racing has developed through the Baja 500, through the Baja 1000. It reads the terrain every nanosecond and adjusts compression and rebound as you are going down the road or off-road. So that's some of that technology that's in this VelociRaptor. Functional side vents, but also up top, we have that functional heat extractor. That's standard from Ford Performance. Remember, this is a Ford Performance vehicle, but John Hennessey has taken it to the next level. When it comes to graphics, we keep it simple. VelociRaptor 600, Hennessey Performance on the side. You're gonna have your standard Raptor running boards. Extra nice touch, powder coated black. Love the ruby red, one of my favorite colors for a Ford Raptor. We keep working our way back. I'm gonna have Victor kind of show off that live valve technology. You can see real clear with the Raptor name, the Fox name, two big names that are just synonymous with off-road performance. We have a very tasteful Hennessey badge on the side. You got that great fender flare going on. And then as we wrap it out to the rear, we're gonna have some changes. So this is your standard tailgate from Ford with the Raptor logo and everything. We got VelociRaptor, and then look what we got here. Just like up front, we got some new custom steel bumpers out back. I like the way they hollowed out the back here. I am gonna zonk it though. It would be nice to have some rigid lights for the rear as well. And this exhaust, catback exhaust, gonna give us a little deeper growl, but why don't we go ahead, let's pop the hood and see what's powering this VelociRaptor. All right guys, we got the hood popped. Of course, you're gonna have the hydraulic hood struts straight from the factory, but boy, oh boy, look what we have. We have a custom air box, massive opening here to bring that air in, and of course, do some good filtration, because remember, this is a truck that they know you're gonna take it off-road. They know you're all about performance, especially if you're looking at a Hennessey Performance product. Now, if you're wondering, well, Joe, how much horsepower? Obviously, being a VelociRaptor 600, we're looking at 600 horsepower, but that's only half of the story. 622 pound-feet of torque, 0 to 60 in about 4.1 seconds. Remember, this truck weighs about 5,000 pounds. So to be able to do that kind of 0 to 60 is phenomenal. Quarter mile is gonna blaze by at 12.8 seconds at 110 miles an hour. We have that high flow air induction system, that upgraded air-to-air front-mounted intercooler, all the intercooler piping, the stainless steel catback exhaust. Of course, they left no stone unturned without doing some special engine management, dyno tuning, and software that's been added to help produce that horsepower, do it reliably, and the great news is you do have a warranty with all this great work. But if you're ready, I'm ready. Let's hear what this VelociRaptor sounds like. All right, guys, we're in the Hennessey VelociRaptor. I know you're at that point, you're like, Joe, I've been holding out for a TRX. I know there's gonna be markup on it. I know the truck, the way I have it optioned, is gonna cost me almost $100,000. How much is this VelociRaptor? Well, you're looking at a price, the way that it's optioned, $118,000. Let's see what you get for the money. Now, on the interior, it's mostly gonna be stock Ford Raptor affair. Now, the good news is, that's some really good interior. I love the soft touch. You got the stitch work. I would like to see the carbon fiber package on this one though. There's no carbon fiber package from the factory. You do have all your connectivity, home power source, 12 volt, that 8-inch infotainment system. You want cameras? Of course you're gonna have cameras looking out the front, 360, the whole shabam, just like on your regular Raptor. It's got the B&O sound system. You have your knob to go from 2 high all the way to 4 low. AC controls, ventilated seats and heated seats. Nice cubby with 2 USBs. We could close that. Wish it was the carbon fiber package. This is gonna control that 10-speed automatic transmission. This is all stock, but like I said, it's good. You got your Raptor key fob, all the functions, and then the only Hennessey touch, there's 2 touches in here. He took his family sewing kit out and actually sewed his name into the headrest. Other than that, the only other touch, and I'm gonna have Victor kind of earn his keep once again, is this Hennessey badge all the way up top, VelociRaptor 600. This is one of only 500 built. This is number 313, and you do have all your auxiliary switches. So if you wanna put a winch, extra lighting, you have that capability. Coming over though, the business end, and then we're hitting the road in our VelociRaptor. All right guys, business time. You got your Ford Performance badge, of course. You got your power seat controls, easy to get to. The only other zonk is you got a stock steering wheel. The good news is it's a nice steering wheel. I just wish they would have done something at Hennessey with the horn button, but you got your magnesium pedals, that bright red strip so you know where top dead center is. And then of course, you have that tilting and telescoping steering wheel. So it's electric tilting, electric telescoping. Let's see if Victor could get in here and show off. You have that massive digital display, and then of course you have the analog gauges. Real easy to understand, just no super extra touches. Now I'm not showing you the back seat, I'm not showing you the bed. You can see that in any of my other reviews. And if you want to know about storage, you can literally put 2 footballs and Twinkies in that center console. But why don't we go ahead, if you're ready, I'm ready. Let's take this VelociRaptor for a spin. All right guys, we're inside this 2020 VelociRaptor 600. I don't know if you heard, but when we were doing that engine rev, this also does have a custom blow-off valve as well in that intercooler system. But boy, oh boy, with that extra 3-inch lift from Hennessey, you really sit like you're on top of the world in here. You really, really do. The great news is, if you already love the Veloster interior, Veloster, the Raptor interior, you're gonna love this VelociRaptor interior as well, because it's pretty much the same. Besides seeing Hennessey's name across the windshield and the Hennessey stitch work that he did himself on the headrest, everything else is still great Raptor interior. Lots of storage room for all your Twinkies, ho-hos, ding-dongs, 3 Musketeers. I know some people say I haven't been showing 3 Musketeers enough love. To be honest with you, 3 Musketeers always keep me wanting more after I eat one. So that's why I don't show them a lot of love. But hey, if you love them, to each their own, right? But the seats are comfy. I can't wait for this light to turn green for us to show you what on throttle is all about. All right, guys, let's do a little bit of on throttle. On throttle, here we go. The 10-speed drops down. Wow. Wow. You are gonna notice the difference. Boy, oh boy, are you gonna notice the difference. Let's talk about this for a second. So, we all know about the Ford GT. This has almost as much horsepower as the EcoBoost Ford GT. Just suck on that for a little while. Think about that. If you don't want to suck on it, just think about that for a second. So you're looking at some major performance in this off-road truck, and Ford has always done that. They've always been a little notch more than your TRD Tundra Pro, you know, your Tundra TRD Pro, than your Trail Boss, than your Ram Rebel. They've always been a little bit above. So that's why it's so interesting that Ram is coming in with fist punching with the TRX. But boy, oh boy, going this Hennessey route with the VelociRaptor, you're bringing that extra performance from 450 to 600 horsepower. You're definitely getting a throatier growl out of that EcoBoost, and you're definitely getting performance. All right, guys, another little on throttle. On throttle, here we go. 10-speed drops down. This thing, I'm telling you, is insanity. The amount of power, it gets the power down so efficiently. The shifts are super smooth out of the 10-speed. You can see people looking. I mean, this guy's got his head out the window of that Honda in front of us and just wondering, what the hell is that? It's a VelociRaptor, man. It's a VelociRaptor. So get your T-Rex, get your Triceratops, your Brontosaurus, and everything else, because we could have a full-on Jurassic Park with these trucks, man. That's how amazing they are. Driving down the highway, very comfortable. That's the crazy thing. I would like to know how many people are going to buy one of these and it'll never see off-road, but it'll be their daily driver. That's pretty insane. But that's what you get with this. It's drivable, usable horsepower that's fully covered under warranty. So that's another nice feature. And it's only one of 500 being built. That's it. All right, guys, let's do another acceleration test. See how she handles. I know we can't go off-road, but hey, we could go this way. On throttle, here we go. You can hear the blow-off valve as soon as you get out of throttle. But look at this, here we go. VelociRaptor style in the twisties. Actually very composed, believe it or not. It has great driving dynamics, and you know what it is? It's that Fox racing suspension, that active valve technology, that live valve technology that allows to get the perfect damping every nanosecond. It reads the road so perfectly. All right, guys, one more time in the VelociRaptor 600 on throttle. Yeah! This truck is ridiculous. It really is. Look at this. Wow. Great sound coming from that freaking EcoBoost. But it just goes to show just how great the Raptor already was and how awesome it is as a VelociRaptor 600. But we're gonna get back to Elder Ford and wrap this one up, so I'll see you in a split second. All right, guys, been another great day here at Elder Ford. Definitely want to thank Jason and the rest of the crew getting us this 2020 VelociRaptor. It really shows that if you are an off-road enthusiast, it's nice to have some choices, and if you need that little extra something that maybe Ford Performance is not bringing to the table, Hennessey Performance is definitely bringing some extra scoopings and heapings of not only gravy, but also high performance gravy. Is it enough to to take down that mighty Ram TRX? That's yet to be determined, but it's gonna be an exciting fight to the finish. If you wanna keep seeing performance off-road trucks like this on Rady's Rise, leave a comment in the comment section. If you're new and you're on your way out, hit that subscribe button. I promise you it's worthwhile coming back for more. If you are a subscriber, thank you for being part of the Rady's Rise family. If you want to help us keep making great content just for you in the channel, click the link in the description, get yourself some Rady's Rise merch. Got to give it up to Crown Vic. He's wishing that BMW had an off-road truck. Because he loves BMW, because he loves trucks, he wants a BMW truck. So we'll see if we can make that happen for you, Victor. And just like always, guys, I'll see you on the next ride.